It is morning time here, and I am just going through taking stock of the backyard. And one of the things that I noticed, and I've been trying to fix all summer long, is the amount of pine straw that I have back here. And oddly enough, there has been a huge shortage of, let's say, affordable pine straw. Now, I did get some pine straw the other day, and of course, last year, I don't know if you remember this, I took all of the pine straw that was in the backyard. It had been years and years and years. I raked it all up, I burned it all down, and we got back to bare earth. And what that really got me was a ton of weeds. So, got some pine straw last year, laid that down, and I made my estimate this year based upon what my estimate was last year. And quite frankly, I've got way too much pine straw back here, but it's not a bad thing. I'm looking forward to this. It is gonna clean this area up. It's gonna give me more of a defined edge all the way around the yard. And that's one of the things that I love about this pine straw is it curls underneath. It looks really good, gives me a fresh look. I am very, very excited about that. Now, another thing too that we do have going on is you can see that we've got tomatoes are starting to grow up, tomatoes that are starting to grow out. And we're getting a lot of fruit right now. So you can see some of those are coming in. Those are fantastic for BLTs. And then I love these cherry tomatoes. Those are fantastic. Another thing that I'm doing very, very diligently is I'm checking each one of these plants every single day for hornworms, because hornworms will get in here. There's two different kinds, and they will eat your plant down. So I'm gonna take a minute here. I'm gonna look for these, and maybe I can find myself an example for you. Otherwise, we're gonna put you on a time lapse. We're gonna get this pine straw all distributed, ready to go. Okay, we have finished spreading all of that pine straw all over the backyard. It looks much better. The next thing that I am gonna do is I'm gonna take this edge that you can see here. I'm gonna do two things. I think probably first of all, I'm gonna go get out my leaf blower. I'm gonna pull that out, and I'm gonna use the leaf blower just to kind of curl that underneath. But otherwise, if you look at the rest of it, look back here underneath the Enos. That, I know you wouldn't think this, but that is actually much more comfortable to walk on. I gotta get all of these chairs blown off. I gotta get this cleaned up. I've got extra twine from all those bales. My young helper here brought out that last night, so we gotta get that moved. But otherwise, that looks pretty nice. This is that area, if you remember, that I've talked about putting that shed in. I did actually send in plans to the architectural review board. That's gonna be a 12 by 12 shed. You can see I've got my stakes out there in that 12 by 12 grid. So that's gonna be there. The thing that's interesting is that's gonna go up, you know, to right about there. It's gonna be about 14 feet tall. So it will be a little bit large and imposing. You can see that if you look back this direction, you'll be able to see it from the street. What I do want to do, and I haven't talked about this, is I've gone through and done a plan for an underground sprinkler system. I'm going to bring water right up this side yard. It'll come right through here, okay? And I'm going to run it right up there to the corner, so I've got water in that shed. I also might stub in some sewer there just in case I ever want to put a bathroom in there. But I think long term, I'm just gonna put this shed in the way that it is, in the way that it's oriented now, and then I'm gonna rough it in, I figure that'll cost me about $2,500. I'm gonna rough it in like that. I'm gonna stub in the water. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna run it in right there, but I am gonna run utilities up there. Also, if you know anything about power, I'm gonna pull power from over there. That's gonna come across the yard all the way back here to the shed. So we'll have power, we will have water. Won't initially have sewer. And that way, if I ever do finish it in, okay, if I do sheetrock the inside, which is what I think I'll do, you could live in there if you wanted to. We have an au pair. Okay, we'll try this. We do have an au pair that watches her son all the time, and I do think it would be nice just to kind of have some separation from us. It adds like another bedroom. The concept that I want to do is I want that to have a main downstairs, and then kind of in the tiny home concept, I wanted to have a loft, which will have a peak at 5 feet. She's only 5'2", so that, you know, a little bit like this, but being able to stand up upstairs, have a bathroom, have a shower in there. I'm excited about all that. That's going to be one of the things that I try to shoot here. I think in the next 2 to 3 months, I've been saving money up, and right now I've got enough money saved to be able to do that. The question is, when am I actually going to do that? So that's really all I'm working on right now. I am pretty resolved at this point to dig a big hole in the front, since I have decided just to smoke most of this off and start over. I did look at the temperatures for the rest of the season. September 13th looks like the date. So I'm gonna stop putting water on all of this except for the part that I am gonna keep, which is already the part that I've seeded in that has GCI turf. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, especially on this phone camera, but down here, this stuff is much, much thicker than what is up here, and I attribute that just to being a different cultivar of grass. Same with that over there. Now, it's been super cool this summer, and I've been far more diligent on my watering, but I will say this, same amount of water there, same amount of water here, same amount of water here, and totally different results in that is thicker. It's more drought resistant, so if it doesn't get water, it doesn't get crispy quite as fast. And plus, I just want to do some stuff where I'm going to tear some of this up here anyway, so we get a lot of things going on. Anyway, I'm going to go get the blower. I'm going to put some of this stuff away. I'm going to put you guys on the time lapse. It's just kind of fun to see what's going on as we work through it throughout the day. So hope you guys enjoy this. That adds just such a nice defined edge to what is otherwise pretty messy business, but that makes it look so much better. Just curls that front edge underneath. Looks really nice. And you can see it cleans up the look of the yard. Got everything blown off back here. Last thing we need to do is grab all of this twine out of here. Tossed in the spreader. I got a little bit back here in one of the hammocks. Grab that. And boy, if it weren't for the excessive heat today, might be a great day to come back here in the shade and relax and enjoy this. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and watch for more videos. I'll keep them coming.